Hi guys, welcome. I think I keep getting kicked off the internet as you guys, more of you join in the group. Welcome. How are you today? Welcome to orientation day of the 5-day Monetize Your Business Challenge for September 2019. So today is all about giving you all the information you require. Hi guys, welcome. Nice to have you all on. I'm glad that the internet's finally working for all of us at the same time. Hi Amna, nice to see you. Hey John. Today is orientation day. The 5-day challenge starts from tomorrow. We're going to be going from the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th to the 8th of September. Today I'm going to be giving you all of the information, what the challenge is, how it even works, what you need to do, what on earth is it that we do that helps you start creating and having more money in your life and in your business. So because there are new people joining this challenge this time around, I'm going to do a quick introduction. My name is Dr. Adeela Afiz, and I am a facilitator. I work all over the world as a life and business facilitator. I work with Access Consciousness. I am a holistic practitioner and chiropractor, and I'm also the host of the Business Whisperer podcast. And I'm the founder and facilitator of body whispering and business whispering classes and sessions. So that means it is my job to go all over the world and to work with you to help you create a life and a business that you love. And part of having a life and a business that you love is having freedom, having joy, and having the resources to do what you would like to do. And for many of us that work, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, but for many of us that work in a particular industry like ours, which is a service-based industry, most of my clients are in the service-based industry, meaning you work with people, you do a service or you provide a service and you get paid for that service. And I work with this group of people the most to help them create more money in their life and to help them create and become more congruent with having success and financial abundance in their businesses. Because when it comes to having money in a service-based business, there are all of these different layers that can stop us from having the level of abundance and the level of freedom and the level of ease and joy with money that we could be having. And so over these 5 days, I'm going to give you the highlights. We are going to cover the topics by doing exercises, clearings, exploring these areas that I have found over the years crop up the most, that get in the way of your money mindset, get in the way of you creating and having enough money to not just survive, but to actually thrive, to create the quality of life that you deserve. So this is how we do it. We are basically going to be working with the energies of creating and receiving money. And we're going to be clearing out the energies, the limiting beliefs, and the mindset or memories that have occurred over the lifetime that you have been here, that you might have inherited from your family, from your parents, from your culture, from the people you have been around. We identify the things that have come together to create who you are at this moment in time, that maybe you have never realized is affecting how you function or how you operate with money. And so by doing these two things and bringing those two aspects together, clearing the limitations and then stepping into the creating and into the receiving, both at an energetic level as well as at a practical level. We do really practical things, and I give you practical tools and homework to do over the 5 days. We start to see a shift in the amount of money that you receive every day. And the point of doing it over 5 days is if you can start to see that you make a little bit more, it only has to be a little bit more. Even just an incremental change is still a change. And the amount of money that you have in your life and that is coming into your business, then if you can do that in just 1 day or in just 5 days, imagine what can happen if you kept going. So that's the point of this 5-day Monetize Your Business Challenge. Every year we have amazing stories. We have people that have amazing results. And I know it works because it's been working for me and in my life over the last few years. So let's get into it. Let's get into the instructional side of today's segment so that you can understand how we do the 5-day challenge. So if you have a pen handy at this point, I think it's always really helpful. So I have a pen, and grab a piece of paper, or if you're on your phone, bring up the notes page. We're just going to note down a couple of figures because I like to make this challenge quite tangible and really easy to follow. So we're going to have 3 figures that we focus on over the next 5 days, okay? So on your page or on your piece of paper, write down number 1, figure 1. Figure 1 is the amount of money that you would like to create above and beyond what you are already expecting to make each day over the next 5 days. So here are my disclaimers, or here is my information about how to reach this figure. Choose a figure that is light for you, that is exciting to you, that you would like to add to your life. However, also choose a figure that it would delight you to make that figure, but it wouldn't absolutely blow you away because you don't think it's an impossible figure to make. So for example, if you normally make $50 a day or $100 a day, or you know that your weekly pay is X amount of dollars, don't choose a figure that is so far beyond that that you already think it would be impossible, because you're setting yourself up for failure. We want to make this easy. So I ask you to choose a figure for your first figure that would be a really nice surprise, but not completely unbelievable. And so what I say about that is, for most of us, if we have a business, and if we're in a business, we tend to know roughly how much money we are expecting to make that day, or make on average each day based on the amount of service that we provide. So if you are someone who knows that you make $100 a day, then maybe you would like to make an extra $20 each day for the next 5 days. If you're someone that already makes $1,000 a day, maybe you'd like to make an extra $100 a day for the next 5 days. Anywhere that your business sits in between that, or if you don't own a business and you earn a salary, or if you have no income source at all right now, so the amount of money you expect is 0, then what would be a nice, surprising, or delightful figure for you to add to your life each day? I would recommend somewhere between $0 and $50, so that it would be a nice amount, but it's not a figure. Like, I do not recommend that you choose $1 million or $1,000 off the bat, because I believe that's setting yourself up for failure. If you haven't ever made $1 million before, expecting to make it over the next 5 days is probably going to be setting yourself up for failure. So figure 1 is the figure that you would like to add to your life above and beyond what you are already expecting. So what that means is, if you know that you have X number of clients booked in over the next week, over the next 5 days, so you're expecting to make $500 already, or you're expecting to make $800 already, or you're expecting to make $100 already, choose a number that you do not know where that money would come from. The point of this challenge is to open you up to receiving money from places that you're not expecting, that you haven't already decided, you haven't already computed, and you haven't already come to a conclusion about how you're going to create it. So anywhere between $10, $20, or $100 if you're not expecting to make any money, or you're expecting to make a smaller amount of money. If you're in a larger business, or if you're an established business person and you know that you already make a certain amount of money every day or week, then choose another figure that's higher and that fits in with that. So if you make $1,000 a week, maybe you would like to add in an extra $100 a day over the next 5 days. So write down the figure. So I've written down mine that you would like to make above and beyond what you are already expecting to make over the next 5 days. Figure number 2, the second figure that you want to write down, is figure number 1 times 5. So if you were to make that amount of money every day for the next 5 days, how much would you end up with in total at the end of those 5 days? So if you picked $10, you would go 10 times 5 and you would write down 50 as figure number 2. If you chose $100, figure number 2 would be $500. And if you chose $1,000, then figure number 2 would be $5,000. Okay. Great, so you've got 2 figures. One is just your daily figure, and then figure number 2 is your total over the next 5 days. There is now one more figure that we add to this, and this is your miracle figure. This is your figure where, you know, right at the beginning I said choose a figure that is slightly realistic, or that even though you don't know how, yes, correct, Charu. So if payments are expected to come, then you want to go over and above that figure. I want you to choose an amount that is over and above what you're expecting to receive over the next 5 days. So, and figure number 3 is your miracle figure. So your miracle figure is the figure that if you received this figure, it would blow you away. I still don't recommend $1 million, and I still don't even recommend $100,000. I don't want you to choose a figure that you would barely expect to make over a year to put that as your figure and again set yourself up for failure. But this is the figure that is a little bit more of an ask and a bit more of a stretch from the universe. So for example, if your daily ask was $100 more a day, each day for the 5 days, your miracle figure, which is the total figure, we're working with just one big lump sum, might be that if you receive $5,000 over the next 5 days in total, you would be really delighted and it would be a bit of a miracle. That's your figure number 3. So it could be anything from $500 to $5,000 to maybe $10,000. And with your miracle figure, the other thing that you can do that I encourage you to do if the money thing isn't working for you is there an outcome, or is there something that you would like to receive or have happen? Is there something that you would like to actualize that if you manage to actualize it would be a miracle? So for example, you've got your daily figure and your total figure. And for your miracle figure, instead of choosing another monetary number, what we can add in this round is maybe you would like to have a new job. Maybe you've been looking for a new job. You might even be interviewing for jobs right now. And maybe the thing that you would love to have actualized is to actually receive and get that dream job. Or maybe it's a new car, or maybe it's an experience. Maybe it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time and you haven't had the money show up for it. Maybe you're going to be gifted it instead over the next 5 days. Whatever it is that you've been working towards or would love to receive or have in your life, but you don't know at a cognitive and logical level, there is no rational way that you can see that happening over the next 5 days. And if it did happen, it would be a little miracle. That is what I would either like you to write down as your miracle occurrence, or choose a monetary figure above and beyond figures number 1 and 2 and choose that as your miracle number. So for example, your figures might look something like $100 a day. That's $500 for figure number 2 for the week, but your miracle figure might be $2,000. And if you got that, then you would be really blown away by this challenge. So those are the 3 figures you should have at this point, okay? So here you are now, you've got 3 figures on your piece of paper or on your phone or in your head. Your daily figure, your total figure, and your miracle figure or occurrence. Step number 2, you're here, you're in the Facebook group and you're watching this live, or you're watching this as a replay that has been emailed to you. Every day we continue to do this. Every day at 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time, which is going to be your time in the world, which is whatever the link says that has been emailed out, and I will post it here. We're going to meet at the same time each day, so it's easy. You know that at that time each day, I turn up live in this group and we go through that day's live exercise to help you start receiving that figure. So wherever you are in the world at that time, log on and join us in this group. Or if you're in a weird time zone where it doesn't work out or you're busy that day, that's okay. That's the point of registering for this challenge. When you register for this challenge, what it does is it directs you to this group. So you guys are all already here, so you found it. Or it says that you'll be emailed out the replays. And the point of that is if you can't access Facebook or you can't join us live or Facebook isn't working, you'll get it emailed out to you. So you join us for the live exercise that day. And we, each day over the next 5 days, are going to be clearing, identifying, creating, receiving, and out-creating our money story, our limitations, our current mindset, our old vibration with money, and stepping into our new reality, a new level of receiving, and our new way of receiving from the whole universe, not just when it comes to money, but when it comes to playing with energy and when it comes to receiving and creating energetically. Everything that I do, for those of you that are new to me and new to this challenge, everything has multiple components to it. And there's always a practical, tangible component, which is the action steps of what we do. But everything has an energetic component. So if we only work with one or the other, if you're someone who's only ever done all of the energetic work and has never been able to see a tangible result, we need to start leaning more into the practical things of what you can be doing to start actualizing money. And if you're someone who's been doing your whole life and you've been wondering why it feels so hard, then we need to lean more into cleaning up and clearing the energetic alignment and vibration from which you function. So this 5-day challenge is about giving you both elements and giving you a taste of what happens when you become aligned and function from that space of being in alignment with the universe and being in the ask and receive mode of creating your life. Okay, so those are the instructions. Each day you turn up at that time, or you look and you watch the live replay, which I'll make sure I send out each day so that you can stay in line or stay on time with us. And thirdly, you've got this Facebook group here for a reason. The reason it's a Facebook group and we keep adding people to the same group over the years is because we're trying to grow. We're trying to grow a group of people that can support you in creating the money mindset and creating the outcomes in your life and in your business that you would like to have. This is a completely free group, and the more you interact in it and the more you post and the more you put in what's going on for you, the more others will engage as well, and the more clearing and awareness everyone can receive. Because every time you post a question and I respond, or other people might also give you their feedback or tell you what's been going on for them or tell you how they might be able to help you, you're helping other people be involved and also see that they're not the only one that has that question or might be struggling that day. The point of the Facebook group is to interact at all levels. I want to hear your wins, but I also want to hear your challenges. You can post all of the good and miraculous and awesome stuff that's happening, and you can also post all of the places where you feel like you're not getting it, it's not working for you. That's completely fine as well, because that's when we can reach out or I can answer your questions. So each day when I come on to do the live, there's 2 parts to that. I'm going to answer the questions that have popped up in the group. I'll respond to your questions, comments, or queries that you can ask at that time on the live or that you've already posted in the Facebook group from earlier. And then I'll go through that day's current exercise or clearing or whatever it is that we're doing to activate and step into our new way of functioning with money. Okay, so it's pretty simple, guys. It's a lot of fun. You might be surprised at what happens. I encourage you to be out of any form, structure, significance, or points of view that you might have. If you've never done this challenge before and it sounds too easy or too complicated, don't worry. As soon as we get into it tomorrow, you'll start to get the hang of it. And if you have done the challenge before, I actually have a little request of you. For everyone that's already been a part of this group, if you've been a part of these challenges over the last 2 years, this year, whatever this energy is, there is a different space available to us. There is a different level of functioning and a different level of consciousness that is available to all of us because we've been doing the work for the last few years, right? So if you'd be willing to let go of all of your past reference points and what the previous challenges have been for you, even though they've been amazing, I know, for me included, I wonder what we can create this time. I wonder what can happen this time. So I will be in this group at this time at 2:30 p.m, so a little earlier than right now, because we started a little later today for orientation day. So at the same time each week, I'll be here. Each day, sorry, of this week, I'll be here. I'll be answering your questions. I'll be going through the exercise, and then I'll be emailing out the replay. I will post here for you the link to the time zone and also the link to register if you would like the emails replay sent out to you. And then we'll see what miracles we can create with money over the next 5 days. So thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you to all of our new people that have joined. How does it get better than this? And I will see you here tomorrow. Let's make that money.